Hi guys, we're going to take you through the 3 cues that I find myself using the most when teaching serratus anterior drills. Serratus is really important for teaching the shoulder blade to kind of wrap around the rib cage and get into a good position of upper rotation while keeping that scap snug to the rib cage. The 3 that I find myself using over and over again are reach, round, and rotate. When we do the serratus anterior drills, it's very important to make people realize that we're trying to get movement of the shoulder blade on the rib cage, not just movement of the actual arm on the scapula or elbow extension. So when we go through a drill like this, a lot of people will just extend their elbows or they'll crank through the front of their shoulder. What we want people to really do is get that good wrapping feeling. So when we say reach, we're actually kind of using that reach to push ourselves away from the wall. So you want preferential scapulothoracic movement. If you see a ton of elbow extensions, straight arms, it's usually a sign they're moving too much through the arm, or they're really going up excessively through the elbows and insufficiently here. So instead, with a good serratus wall side with a roller, really we're limited by the roller here, and all that motion is really coming from the scap, and you realize that there's still a slight bend in that elbow. So that's the reach portion, reach through the shoulder blades. The second thing you'll see is a lot of the folks that really need serratus recruitment are the ones with a really flat upper back, so it's a straight up and down position. We want them to round. So what I'll actually do is I'll go up and I'll put my hand right in their upper back and I'll say, fill up this space. So push back against me and actually create that good thoracic curvature so the shoulder blades can stay snug to the rib cage. So you realize that he's recreated that effective kyphosis that puts those shoulder blades in a good position. So you've got reach, you've got round. The last thing I'll do when I coach these exercises is I'll cue the actual rotational component. So we'll get right in and we'll actually guide those shoulder blades around to the armpits. So I'll usually take my finger, put it right on the inferior medial border, the inside on the bottom, and I'll actually help them guide it around so that we make sure that they only feel it down here in serratus. You'll also get some feedback if folks get any kind of like pinching in the front. It's usually a sign they're moving too much from that portion of the shoulder girdle. So reach, round, and rotate to get good serratus anterior function on the rib cage.